So number 4, we have another right triangle, and we're going to use the Pythagorean theorem again to solve for the missing side. So I'm going to write down a squared plus b squared and set that equal to our hypotenuse, which is c squared. We have to identify which one is our hypotenuse. That's across from the right angle, so we don't really have a value for it yet. If you want to continue to call it c squared, that's fine, or if you want to plug in the x from the diagram and call it x squared, that's fine too. The other two sides are 6 and 10, and it doesn't matter which order you put them in. I'll put 6 first, square it, 10 second, and square it. And now we're just solving for x. So 6 squared is 36. 10 squared, that one's easy, that's 100. And that's set equal to x squared. When I combine these, I get 136 is x squared. Now I don't want x squared, I want the actual value of x. That'll give me the actual distance of this hypotenuse. Okay, so to undo the square, I'm going to take the square root. That'll get me down to just x. And if I do it to one side, I need to do it to the other side. Okay, so that other side is the square root of 136. Now that's true. It is the square root of 136, but that's not going to be the simplified radical form. So to break that down, I can think of 136. Well, I see that it's a even number, so I know I'm going to be able to take 2 times something. 2 times 68 would give me 136, and I could break 68 down into 2 times 34. And I could try to break 34 down, but all I'm going to get is 2 times 17, which is a prime. So I see that I'm going to have a 2 times 2 under the radical, right? If I called this, instead of square root of 136, if I called it square root of 2 times 34, 2 times 2 is the same as a perfect square. I could pull that to the outside of the radical and keep the 34 on the inside. Okay, so this would be the more simplified version of that radical. And so that's what the distance of this hypotenuse is. If you wanted to plug it into a calculator to get a better estimate, that would be fine. But if we're looking to find it in the simplest radical form, we would leave it as 2 times the square root of 34.